Let's try and do the model-based definition. We got to switch to 3D annotation. And the first thing I like to do really is go to the view layout and click on this. Front will be a default, and I've got right already checked. And I'm going to click on this front here. Oh, is that setting up the front view or this side? Select OK. Select over here to get the tree to show up. And look at the annotation. I want to be in my front view, so I'm going to double click front. I got the red plane in the front, so that is good. This red thing here should be letting me know I'm working on the front. So when I go to annotation and establish my datums, I like to do it in order. Here is datum A on the bottom. And then I like to go back, actually, kind of like to go in my front view. Say OK. Slide this over a little bit. Back to annotation. It'll automatically do a B. Say OK. Back to the front view. And I'm going to go ahead and look at my sketch. I should have all the same dimensions. Sometimes this thing drives me nuts as it moves stuff around, even though I had them nice and pretty before. For some reason, some of them move. Okay, so I'll start with these three on the bottom. As stack, but doesn't have chain. It's really hokey. It doesn't have radius and chamfers, so I'm not a big fan of a lot of what they've done. But we're going to have to take what's given. Let's go to dimension. From this line, that's your datum, to this line. I missed the first grab. This line to that line automatically changes that. Slide it. Sometimes it's a real pain to grab. I'm going to move it down below the datum and then go back to chain and grab this line and this line. And I'm trying to grab that. Such a pain sometimes to move those. I think I would have had better luck if I grabbed the number. Let's pop in the front view. And then back to annotation. Grab the two outside lines. I'm going to try and grab that number. Drag it down there. Locate that. I should be able to highlight all three of those. Right click on any one of them and go to properties. Of course I don't see it. I'm looking for my value. I need to change the value tab to numdink those. And we'll leave it at 2-place precision. Okay. All you gotta do now is create the rest of the dimensions. I'm gonna go ahead and dimension them. You can fast forward if you already feel comfortable doing that, but I'll dimension the rest here. I had to grab the edge of the circle to find the center. I'll slide that out here. Grab that number, move it out. Of course not. I forgot to set this one, and so it just kept working with that. I didn't mean to do that. Grab that number. Once you got location, you want to click on it to actually set it to a location. I think I might have just realized something. If I go to dimension and I click on this line and this line and this line, it does chain that for me. So I can grab these. I like this better because it will keep them together. So we'll delete that out. That's interesting. Delete those out. I'm going to chain that dimension again. That's better. I'm going to do another little experiment. Under dimension, I'm going to grab this line, grab the edge of that circle, and then I'm going to grab this line. I chained it. I want it to stack. So I'm not sure if there's a way I could do that, but I'm going to undo that and then click to locate it, and then you can drag this one up. I drag it down, but it's kind of a mess. Starts going through that, so I'm going to put it on the top. The other thing, one more dimension here. From the datum, dimension, from the datum, got the face. Dimension from the datum line. Make sure it says edge. I can slide this over here. Click a location. I don't like where it's at to the B. If I can click on that B and move it, that would be great. You might have to zoom up close to try and grab something. That will let you move. In this case, I had to grab that yellow dot, get in there and move that. All right. I have everything but the chamfer dimension, but this always drives me nuts. I'm going to highlight those. It doesn't work, so I'm going to get a bigger highlight. All three of these are highlighted. I'm going to go to properties. God, what was that? I hit perpendicular to get those numbers to rotate to match ANSI ASME specs. And then I spread them out a little bit better. Oh, why do I have two of those? Okay. Again, I want to highlight all of those. Right-click properties. Num-dink those. There is no chamfer command. I've tried this. I'm going to try and grab dimension. See if I grab this line and this line, it throws an angle on there, but I want a chamfer call out. And I don't think there's any other way I could grab that to tell it that, but I definitely don't want the hypotenuse. Now, in the drafting, you have this ability to switch that angle to 45. It might be order of selection that gets that. If all else fails, I put a leader on it. This one here. And just say 1/2 inch by 45. Alt 0176 gives me the degree symbol. Space 2 PL for places. Okay, and that's pretty much what your front view should look like.